Hello guys, I am 𝗬𝗏𝗃. A lot of dating coaches have reached out to me to find out how I invented my system, the Silk method. And I want to address this question. And I guess that there are lots of men out there trying to figure out what I actually have done. So I want to talk about that in this video. So to start from the beginning, what is it that I actually wanted to achieve? Well, in the beginning, I just wanted to be good with women. I haven't been good with women at all until today. I mean, I was shy. I didn't know what elements to pull on in order to attract women. I was just awkward and weird. I'm just going to say it as it is. I was not an introvert though. I didn't have problem to just talk about stuff. But when it comes to women, and specifically women that I was attracted to, I was a disaster. So my goal that time was to just become better with women. I didn't care about coaching other men. I never had that kind of desire before. I just wanted to be good myself. But I do know that I have to find out what the real methodologies are. And I couldn't do anything else than look at the science of it. And when I researched a lot of different pickup artist methods that was big that time, I couldn't really see any scientific backing. It's almost like the science was not with them, but against them. So I saw a lot of methods that not only was not scientific backed, it went against the science. And I thought that, no, I'm not going with that. I'm going with the real science here. And in order to go with the real science first, I had to like research what science make relationship and attractive women relevant. And there was a lot of research I had to make. First, I believe that rhetoric was the thing. I thought that, okay, except for the looks and all that, if I could talk with women, I could become attracted to them, right? If I just knew how to tell stories, if I just knew how to captivate them in terms of some kind of performance, not pickup artist performance, but, talking performance, being a rhetoric person, what can I say? Being an interesting guy talking about all sort of things. And because of that, she will be attracted to me. So I went into the communication area and I did study rhetoric. But I felt like something was wrong here still. During that time, I also studying communication, general communication, or my bachelor was a business degree with the major communication. But that had very little to do with, attracting women or building relationships. It was more about presentation and how I can convey a good idea into words. But that is not what I was looking for. I was looking for how to attract and date women. So my business courses didn't help me much. I thought that if I could talk like a salesman, maybe I could attract women then. Because I went to a couple of sales courses that was part of my bachelor in business degree with the major communication. But that didn't work at all. And it was not until I went into the master studies. I've been taking 2 master degrees, one in communication and one in behavioral science. And when I start doing my masters, it was not until then I start finding out the real science when it comes to attracting and dating women. That science was called interpersonal communication. I was thinking that, wow, if I can learn how to build relationship with people in general, maybe I can start learning how to build relationship with beautiful women. So I start digging in that area, and I finally was happy to find out which area I want to dedicate in able to reach my own goal, which was attracting women. So I start studying quite heavily in those area, in that area. And what I noticed is that in order to be really interesting in people, it was not to become, interesting in terms of performance. I didn't have to, try to be interesting. Relationship and emotional connection was much more based on understanding and making sure that the other person understand that I understand them. And I just noticed that, okay, so according to, robust science here, people are so self-centered that being able to talk about themselves and what they think about things are the main thing that builds relationships. Well, at least for women. And I didn't believe that so much at first. But I did try it out. I tried it out and wow, I never seen anything like it. I wasn't in the place of doing cold approaches that time, meaning that I didn't went up to women and open up and then started, a conversation and therefore I started to date them. No, I wasn't there yet. But I did try that on the beautiful women working at the same area as I did. I talked with different students, beautiful women as well, and that worked beautifully. I never seen anything like it. And also I tried that to my coworkers, men, but not in romantic sense, but I just, let them talk and let them express themselves. Oh man, I never seen anything like that. It was fucking amazing. So what I did then is I decided to I have to take this one to a higher degree. So I started with cold approaches. And of course I was nervous. I mean, I spoke about that in my previous video as well. But I started with the foundation I had that was so scientifically based. I started to approach women and applied those methodologies. And I just knew instantly that this is the thing. This is the thing. What came out from the academic side and also from professional side in different areas was not complete. It was not a complete system, specifically when it comes to attracting and dating women. But the foundation was there. But I had to tweak it quite heavily in order to make it work in terms of dating. And I did tweak it. And it was not until I approached over 1,000 women when I actually tweaked it good enough to make it as a system. And then when I became a head coach for many of the biggest dating firms in Europe, I got a lot more data to work with. And after 30,000 approaches made by clients as well, I could actually see what works perfectly and what didn't work. And after that period, I just knew that I have to do something about that. So my passion became to teach other men real methodologies to attract women. And when people are coming to me and saying and asking me how I actually invented the system, well, I did tweak existing science a lot, but it's still existing science made into practice. So I would still say that I was not the inventor of the communication tools in order to really create emotional connection and relationship build with people. I didn't invent that. That comes from the heavy scientific research that has been made since 1950s. It doesn't come from me. I don't want to take credit for that. But what I want to take credit for is my experience of taking that theory made into practice and then tweaked it into a system that have its purpose to date women and attract them. I can take credit for that. So that is basically my answer of how I came up with the silk method, how I more or less not invented it, but how I created the silk method. Anyway, that's my story about this particular area. I hope you liked it, and please enjoy my next video.